We're here at my rainy, let's see if we're live yet, if we started streaming. Are we good? Sorry about that. If you're watching this live, I'm checking things out to make sure we're good and we are streaming. So give me just a second while I check this and do a refresh and make sure everything is live and wonderful and happening the way that it's supposed to be. It's a crazy day here in Waco. We have lots of rain, we have some wind, we have some weird stuff going on. So I just apologize if this is kind of weird to you this morning, but I want to welcome you. Looks like everything is working great now. My name is Donna Woolam, and I am a reinvention coach and dream advocate for ambitious female women. And you could be an entrepreneur, you could be a church leader, you could just have a woman who is full of dreams and visions, and you have things that you want to put out into the world. I want to welcome you to today. I'm doing these live broadcasts talking about momentum. And what I mean when I talk about momentum is that activated part of us where we're not content to sit on the sidelines any longer. We are intent and activated to be everything that God created us to be. And sometimes when we are those women, people around us don't understand anything about that about us because there are unfortunately still stereotypes in the world about women in general who are ambitious and have big dreams and go-getters and, don't like to fiddle around. We just want to get things done. And then we add into that the spiritual element of who we are, and sometimes it can feel like that maybe in the church that sometimes people don't understand that you can be ambitious and not have that quote Jezebel spirit, which is about destruction. You can have a heart that is so tuned to God, so hungry for God, so ready for a move of His Spirit in everything you do, everything you say, and every bit of who you are. And that natural ambition that God has given you pours over into that. And so we want to be women who are bold and confident and strong in God, living out the fullness of who God says we are, and not bowing to the voice of the enemy who wants us to sit back and be quiet, who wants us to retire back into a room and do nothing. We want to be those women who are full of passion and full of joy and full of energy and doing the things that are called by the name of the Spirit of God. So one of the things that I want to encourage you to do is if you're watching this, go ahead and give me a like or a thumbs up and let me know that you're watching. And then also if you're watching this on a replay, please put hashtag replay, and I would love to hear any of your thoughts or comments. Today we're talking about being able to say no so that you can say yes to the most important things. And there is a concept I heard a long time ago called the tyranny of the urgent. And it was in a little discipleship book put out by the Navigators. If you've heard of the Navigators, just give me a like or a heart and let me know that you know who the Navigators are. And one of the things that I learned in that is there's this concept called the tyranny of the urgent. And that's where the urgent things get in the way of the important things. And sometimes when we have multiple visions and big purpose-driven life, to coin a phrase, there are a lot of things that we want to say yes to because we want to be part of what God is doing or what our family's doing or what our friends are doing. We want to support our friends and all of that around everything of who we are and the life that we lead. And so we can find ourselves saying yes to so many things that are good things, but they're not necessarily the God things because there is a difference. And I like to say there's a difference between being right and being righteous. That is a powerful concept if you can get your heart around that. So, learning to understand and discern the voice of God about your lane and staying in your lane and not trying to take up all the lanes and do all the things. You know, that's one of the things we talk about. You don't have to do all the things. But focus is that concept of follow one course until successful. Understanding that if you're saying yes to everything, you're saying no to a lot of things that are important in your life. And if you're a yes person and you've said yes to a lot of different things in your life and you start saying no, people can misunderstand that. They can misconstrue that. They can think that something's wrong with you or you've developed some sort of weird problem, that maybe you're not as kind as you used to be or you're not as giving as you used to be. But here's the truth, is that there were a lot of things. Just look at the life of Jesus, for example. There were a lot of demands on his time. There were a lot of calls for him to go here and come there and do this and do that. And he was really ready to do those things most of the time. But he told us very clearly that he only did what he saw the Father do. He only spoke what he heard the Father speak. And so for us, if we have all of these opportunities out here, it's really important for us to begin to have a life that says, Father, what do you want me to do today? I posted on social media today, the blank page of my journal from this morning has today's date. And it says, today is a blank page. What will you write there? Because God has some steps that he has for you to take to be the woman that he's created you to be. But if your path is so filled up with other people's expectations and other people's needs and other people's wants, you don't have time for God. And that's a horrible place to be. So I want to encourage you today. This is short. I don't mean for it to be very long. I've got thunderstorms going on out there. Who knows if the internet will even stay. But what I want to encourage you to do today is to invest some time in listening and make a list of the things that you've said yes to. And on the other side, make a list of the things that, because you've said so many yeses, how many no's do you have to say? How much freedom have you lost to be flexible in what the Lord has for you because you have all of these yeses over here? So I just want to declare over you that you are a child of God. If you know Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, you hear the voice of the Spirit and he tells you, this is the way. Walk this way, turn left, turn right. This is the direction I want you to take. Be willing to listen to the voice of God for the big purposes, the big vision, the big dream of your life, and learn to say no to the things that are out of your purpose if they keep you from saying yes to the things that God has purposed for you. I hope that you'll share this. I hope to hear back from you. Thanks for investing your time with me. If you would like some time to walk through some of your yeses and nos, I offer a complimentary coaching session. You can find that on my website at donnawoolam.com. All you have to do is sign up. We'll schedule a time. We'll have a conversation. We'll talk about the things of your life, your heart, and how you can get on track to completely fill out what God has for you in your life. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful living at my best kind of day. Bye.